Dougie the dumb shit Ducote has been lying again, which I know isn't a big surprise since he lies all the time. Oh, Dougie displays what's called binary thinking. That's black and white thinking to you, Dougie. Or two-dimensional thinking. That's a sign, Dougie, of an uneducated, untrained brain. You just can't get past those two things. It's either good or bad. You can't get your mind around something that might be a little more gray. Oh, Dougie was lying about Nancy Pelosi again. Oh, Dougie says, oh, Nancy, she's putting all that pork in that stimulus bill. Oh, how dare her, Dougie. How dare her, Dougie. Like, she's the Grim Reaper. Oh, she's gonna spend all that socialism money. All that pork in there that old Dougie says is bad. Bad. Dougie, you ignorant fuck. Don't you know pork barrel spending has been a thing for 200 years now? Do you know, Dougie, your side does that too? Like Mitch McConnell wanting to give old Trump a $500 billion slush fund that he could direct where the money went. No strings attached, no accountability. He can spend that money anywhere he wants. And you know, Dougie, the first thing he was going to do is take a big chunk of that for himself. Because that's how he is, Dougie. He's dumb like you. He thinks he can get away with that and nobody will care. Because, you know, he's a stable genius, Dougie. Unlike you, Dougie, you're a stable dumbass. Oh, bad Nancy. Oh, she's putting all that pork in there. You see, Dougie, when you have binary thinking, it's real easy, Dougie, real easy to point out the bullshit in your argument. Real easy, Dougie, because you lie. And see, Dougie, that's called a lie of omission. When you rag on Nancy for all that pork that she's putting in that bill, and then you ignore it on your side, Dougie, that's a lie of omission, Dougie. What you're saying is anything your side wants to do is just fine. And you'll salute that, and you'll say, oh, they're just so great. But the other side does the same thing, Dougie. Then all of a sudden, it's bad. Can't have that, Dougie. That's an uneducated, untrained mind, Dougie. You're uneducated, and you got an uneducated brain. Because when you omit facts, like how your side is wanting to do $500 billion of pork spending with no strings attached, no accountability, and then you're ragging on Nancy. You're stupid, Dougie. You don't know any better. You run your freaking mouth about shit you don't know about and think, well, if Dougie thinks it, it must be true. But we know, Dougie, you got that right from Fox Noise. Because that's what they were pushing. Oh, how bad that Nancy putting pork in there. All the time you're ignoring the shit on your side, Dougie. You know what that makes you, Dougie? That makes you a fucking clown. But I know it sells good to your clown posse. Sells good to them, don't it? Because they ain't any smarter than you are, Dougie. They're as fucking dumb as you are, Dougie. So, sure, they're going to eat that shit right up. That's why, Dougie, when you step outside your clown posse, people see you for what you are. A freaking liar. And a hypocrite. And a dumbass. You see, Dougie, what you ought to do before you open your mouth about Nancy doing some pork barrel spending. Before you open your mouth, Dougie, you are to take into consideration what your side is doing. Because, Dougie, that's what the other side's going to point out to you, Dougie. You don't get that, Dougie? That you can omit the truth, that your side does it. And that's the first thing I'm going to go for, Dougie. First thing I'm going to go for, Dougie, I'm going to point out your hypocrisy. I'm going to point your stupid ass out. I'm going to make the case, Dougie, you're an uneducated punk. An uneducated punk, Dougie. Exactly what you are. Apparently you don't know any better, Dougie. Which, that's what we expect from conservatives. They don't know any better. They've been fed shit for so long by Fox Noise and Flush Limpdig that you've lost the ability to think, Dougie. If you ever had the ability to think, Dougie. Which, 50-50 on that, Dougie. I'm beginning to wonder if how you first learned how to wipe your ass. You're pathetic, Dougie Ducote. You freaking lie your ass off. But yeah, old Nancy putting all that pork in there. Can't have that, Dougie. And then your side putting all that pork in there. Just fine with Dougie. Do you not realize, Dougie Ducote, that when you say shit like that, you're just making yourself look like the fucking clown that I say you are? You're doing my work for me, Dougie. Doing my work for me. Because you're a fucking clown. You don't know any better. You're freaking uneducated. You lie your ass off. But you don't care, do you, Dougie? Gotta feed that clown posse because they're just as stupid as you are. They believe you shit because they don't know any better. Sounds good to them that, oh, Nancy, oh, how dare her put something else in that bill. Then all of a sudden your side's doing a hell of a lot worse, Dougie. $500 billion that your orange buffoon can use as a slush fund. That wasn't ever going to happen, Dougie. You see, you Republicans got in the little room all by yourself, and then you write this bill, and then you bring it out and you introduce it. And when the Democrats say, "No, we ain't doing that," all of a sudden well, those Democrats, they're not bipartisan. How dare they help stop all this help we're trying to give? Maybe, Dougie, sometime while you're self-isolated, maybe you can get the book called The Federalist Papers and read that. It's got a lot of big words in it, Dougie, so you might have to get in touch with me and I'll tell you what those big words mean. But you can get an idea of what the Founding Fathers were thinking when they wrote the Constitution, Dougie. They wrote compromise into it. And compromise, Dougie, is not agreeing with you. No matter how you bitch and moan and carry on. You're a fucking clown, Dougie. And you prove my case damn near every fucking day. Prove my case, Dougie, damn near every freaking day that you're an uneducated punk with more mouth than brains. So yeah, Dougie, screw you, ignorant fuck.